All right. Okay. All right. Let's move straight to yeah. What's it
Okay.
called? What we're here for? So can you just give a brief introduction of yourself? Uh, I don't know you,
Okay.
so let me know you.
Okay, so I am Mary Aikpokpodion, but you can call me Kiad. My brand name is Kiad. So,
So can I ask what's the meaning of Kia, please?
Kiad is my brand name. It's a brand name.
I know, like, what's the inspiration behind Kiad? Why Kiad?
Let's just say sometimes you just get names and that's
Okay,
it.
is that explainable?
Yeah, but Kiad is my brand name. It's
Well,
a really
actually, it's a
nice
very
name and I
unique
like
name.
it.
It's
Thank
very
you.
unique actually. I've not heard it anywhere before.
Oh, that's the point of your
Yeah,
brand
so
name.
I'm
I'm
like,
so happy about
is
that.
he Kaid? Is he Kiad? Is he Khalid? That's okay. Let's leave it like that.
Kia.
I love unique names actually. At least it's something you can ponder on and you
It's not
still
a
not get.
name.
You know, it's unique.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So
Yeah. So
let's
I'm
start.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Continue.
So my name is Aikpokpodion Mary Kiad. I am a brand developer and product manager. So
Wow.
that's pretty much on the surface level. But let's go a little bit deeper. I'm a child of God. I love God and I'm a very open-minded person. I
Wow.
love to learn important things and just mind my business and drink cold water. I just love it.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much for that one. So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Like finally we have you here. Okay, let's go straight to the point. I believe why we're here. We're just to talk about what vision is in your own perspective, what you know about the word vision, and like I told you, because the breakdown of the vision that I want you to talk about is from the beginning to the end. That is we have the first phase, which is the planning of a vision. Then the second phase is the process of the vision, and also the last phase, which is what most people see.
Yeah.
Of the vision, do you understand? So I don't know, what is vision to you? Like basically, what do you understand by vision?
Okay, so when we talk about vision, we're pretty much looking at it from a perspective of something that has not yet been accomplished, or you have plans and you're working towards achieving those goals. So I think I said that before, a vision is a stolen clips from the future. It's
That's
something,
true.
you sometimes you romanticize it, like you just think of it and you're like, wow, oh my god, I can't wait to be there. I really cannot wait. And then you're not waiting, you're actually working towards it. Like you're doing your best to ensure what I saw, I'm going to achieve, and what I keep seeing, I'm going to achieve. So that is what I think vision is.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. You brought it from an angle I wasn't expecting it from. So that is what vision is to you, if I'm correct.
Yes.
All right. That's great. Okay. Basically people have this misconception. Don't let me call it misconception yet. But people more or less like they merge or they try to define vision as purpose? Is purpose related to vision? Is vision the same thing as purpose? Will I say the vision of my life is the purpose of my life? Or where is the purpose factor in vision? Or are they just the same thing? I don't know if you can say something on that.
Let's make it very, very simple. I develop brands and I work with a lot of businesses. I develop businesses too. So here's the deal. When I'm, trying to create a brand identity, there are a number of questions I ask, and among them I ask this question: so what's the purpose of this brand? Now, the first thing is, to make money. No, that's your vision. That's really your vision. Like, what's the purpose now? Your purpose, the purpose of the brand is something higher than money. Of course, you're in business to make profit. Why else would you be in business if you're not there to make profit? But why do you want to make that profit? That money you are going to make, what is it going to fulfill? Why are you making it? So it's like this. Ask anybody, okay, so you want to start a business? Oh yes, I want to start a business. So why do you want to I want to get money? Like, that's why I'm starting the business. That's why I'm putting all the effort. I want to get money. That is beautiful. But that money you're getting now, what do you want to use it to do? Do you want to buy a new house for your parents? What do you want to do with that money? Now, that money comes to you as a soldier. What is that soldier? Who is that soldier going to fight? If it comes to you as a gift, who are you giving that gift to? What I'm trying to say, your vision is related to your purpose, but your vision is not your purpose. Your purpose is like the big picture. Your vision is that thing you've seen in your purpose, or that thing you've seen that, okay, I'm going to do this and this is going to happen, and I'm going to keep working at it. But your purpose is the bigger picture.
Wow.
That's what I have to say, sir.
All right, that's a profound one. Thank you for that. All right, okay. The next one is okay, we've been talking about vision, purpose, and all that. Okay, where does imagination come in? Every human being, we have the power of imagination. We have dreams, we have desires, we have aspirations. How does those things, how do they go in line with vision? Like, are they really important? Are they factors to be considered when you have vision, or they are two different things entirely?
Okay, so I'd like to put it this way. When we talk about imagination, let's break down the word image.
All right.
That's like the main word there. That is the main component of the image. Now, when you talk of vision, it's like seeing something.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So they are totally related. You really cannot have a vision without the power of your imagination.
Wow.
Because for you to see something that you cannot see right now, you're going to have to use your mind to paint pictures. And the process of doing that is called imagination.
That's true.
Yes. Okay. So without your imagination, you really do not have a vision, because you have to see something. You have to be passionate about something you have seen in your head, a mental picture you have painted. And the process of painting it, of seeing it, is your imagination. So your imagination is like the pathway to, getting your vision. It's a pathway, not the only way.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can get visions from things you've heard. You can get a vision from just looking at somebody, from just saying, I want to be like this person. What this person has done, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to achieve what this person has done. So has achieved. So there are different ways to get visions, but you have to still have to go through that pathway of mental picture of seeing yourself achieving the same thing, sir.
So that's great. What about dreams and desires?
Okay, so your desires. Sometime last year I listened to a great man of God preach, and he was talking about ways God talks to us. And he said God can talk to you through things you like, through things you do not like, through people, through dreams, through so many things. So the same way, in the same vein, I want you to understand that your desires, things you just want, like you're just on the street and you just want these kids on the street to have a home. You just want them to be stable. You want them to be able to go to school. I want you to understand that thousands of people pass that same market and they don't feel the same way. A lot of people don't feel the same way. They don't even care. So this is your desire. Your desire can then build. It can then, metamorphose into a vision whereby you're like, I'm going to do this. I see myself doing this, and this is what I'm going to achieve.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that explanation. All right. Okay. I also want to ask you, why vision is important. As human, if I don't have a vision, what am I losing? Am I empty? Does that mean I won't be relevant on earth? Or why is it so important? Why do everybody need to have a vision?
Okay, so I'd like to put it this way, that really not everybody will eventually have a vision. There's some people that are really content with where they are. Like, I want you to know that some people do not need to aspire to anything. They are content. I'm serious. They are content with where they are. And
yeah, sure.
Now, I want to also know that some people do not, because when we talk of vision, people are looking at these big things like that. Some people's vision is just, I just want to finish school and just be able to live in peace, work from home. That's some people's vision. Whereas some people, I want to be able to lead. I want to be on the Forbes under 30. People have different visions, all right? But I want to know that sometimes as a human being, you need, it's not like you want it, you need something that keeps you going, because life can happen through people. Things can happen, and you just realize that I don't even know who I am right now. I don't have any direction. I'm not going anywhere. I am just existing. I am no longer living. So now you're just saying, I have something to live for. I know that things are not going on so well right now, but I have something to live for. This is what I want to do. This is what I so much desire to do. This is what I see myself doing, and I'm going to do it. So that is one reason to have your vision, to have a vision. For other people, having a vision is born out of necessity. They have seen their siblings suffer, their parents suffer, and they see themselves suffering. And they're like, oh no, I can't afford to live this life. And then they get the vision. They have to be wealthy, and they start working and all of that. So that's just, sometimes I think everybody should have a vision. But I can assure you, everybody does not need a vision, because some people are really content and they are very well, happy. They are very content.
Yeah. We have people like that around us, actually. That's true. Okay, Kiad, and
yes, sir.
What are the requirements of a vision? Like, what are the ingredients required of the fulfillment of a vision? Like I said, now we are moving to the process side of it. What do we need?
Yeah.
Is it belief? Do we need faith? Do we need action? Do we need human resources, material resources? What are the things that are necessary, at least from the basic part of it to the peak? What are the necessary factors to be put in place for the actualization of a vision?
Okay, so I love simplicity, so I'll make this very, very simple. So I'm going to break it down into 3 stages. Just 3. Cool, hello. I hope I'm permitted to speak Yoruba.
No problem.
Okay, so cool, it's no more than that. First is 1, 2, 3, yeah? So first is the actual process of dream. That's like getting the vision. And the second one is putting in the work. And the third one is the actualization, or the attainment of the vision. So now when it comes to this first stage, where you actually have to get the vision, this is the place where you might need to do your research. Okay, I want to do this now. This is what I want to do. Or I want to be able to build or own all the orphanage homes in India, so that no child is left on the streets begging for money anymore. Right. This is your vision. This is what you want to do. And then you begin to factor in, different things like, okay, So if I have all the orphanage homes in Nigeria, how am I going to feed them? So we need like this amount of money every day to then how am I going to educate them, to clothe them, and all of that? Now, this process is like ideation. Now you are thinking, you are putting ideas together, and you are refining those ideas. But you have to understand that over time, from time to time, you would have to come back to this same stage to refine and refine those ideas. So it's as simple as that. Get all the information you need, get all your data and information, put everything together, process it, and come up with a very solid strategy. Now you've gotten your strategy, we move on to stage 2. This is putting in the work. So now you know that, okay, I have to have 25 businesses that generate 10 million naira every blessed day. And now this is not something you do within a year or within 10 years. So you now know that, okay, the timeline for this vision is like the next 50 years. So for the next, you know that this is what I live for. No child will be on the streets. I will own all the good orphanage homes in Nigeria, and every child is going to be like well taken care of and all of that. Now you know that I can't do this thing no matter what I want to. I can't do this in the next 30 years. So let me give myself a 50-year plan to achieve this. So now you get to this thing now, and what you are doing is you are building dangerous businesses, very, very solid businesses that will be generating 10 million naira every day, such that those kids are well taken care of, and even the orphanage home itself can take care of itself, like can have its own businesses, take care of itself in the long run. So here you are really working, you're putting everything together, you are getting the money, you are refining those ideas. And you know what the Bible says, faith without work is dead. If you have all the ideas, you're strategized and everything, if you do not put in the work, you're just making a joke of yourself. So this second stage is just where you put in the work, do all you can do, get the right people, collaborate, get the right people on your team, and just do all you need to do. And then the third stage now, where you have all the resources, you have everything you need to do what you want to do. Now you have the actualization stage now, and this is where you probably have already built the orphanage homes, you've gotten kids there, no kids on the street anymore, you have actually.
Okay.
Now I understand that your vision might not be as big and as high as that. It doesn't have to be. It can be little things. I want to graduate with first class, get a vision, actualize next one. Sometimes you can't even be running with 7 visions at the same time. I would advise that you don't do more than 2. In fact, if you're going to do anything, just do one. Just one.
I was still even going to ask about it. You have multiple visions, okay? All right.
Of course you can. You can say, okay, I want to get certified on these 3 courses. That is one vision. I also want to apply for this job with my is another vision. Now you can be working on everything at the same time. Let's say you also want to you want to create a course. Now let's say you dedicate 1 hour each day to all of them. You are working on all those visions at the same time. Do you get
right,
sir? That is it.
I'm hearing.
I'm done, sir.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem.
What I wanted to ask another question, which is that can a vision be reset? Like, can you have vision reset? Let's say probably you are running on a vision and it's you just want to change it. Maybe you felt this is a way that will be fruitful or productive, and halfway into it, you notice that this thing is not going to work. Is there anything like vision reset?
Yes, I do get you, sir. So I divided the whole process into 3 stages. So at the point where you realize that this is not going to work, go back to stage 1 and re-strategize. Delete everything and start again. This is the refining or restarting. Because sometimes you can refine an idea so much so that it doesn't even look like what you started with. You can have like a business name and a concept, and then 1 year in, 2 years in, you realize that okay, the idea I even got from the start is not what I'm even working on right now, because that way was not going to work. Yes, but what I've come to understand is, when you get an idea or a vision, as it begins to evolve, like it begins to get refined, so it begins to get better and better, and in the long run you realize that it doesn't even look like what you started with. It is more better than what you started with.
Wow, that's true.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that one. That's amazing.
Welcome,
thank
sir.
you. Okay, let me just add this one too. Can a vision be too large? Like, can you have a vision too big to achieve? Because we've heard motivational speakers up and down. There's nothing you cannot achieve. If you can dream it, you can live it, you can aspire and all that. And these people outside there literally killing themselves to do what their capacity cannot handle. So I don't know. Is there a possibility to have something greater than you, as a vision that is higher than
you? Okay, I get you, sir. I think a lot of people confuse purpose with vision.
Okay.
Because purpose has to be bigger than what you are right now. Because you have to understand that if you're talking about your purpose, you're talking about something that at the end of your life, that's when you're going to achieve it. So if your purpose is not bigger than you right now, what are you really living for? What are you really doing with your life? Your purpose is something that should be bigger than you. But your vision is something you can see. Be very logical about it. Ideate, work on it, achieve. Ideate, work on it, achieve. Create that mental streak of achieving things you put your mind to. But actually, if you're going to have a very big vision, something bigger than you, that vision has to be something long term, or something that you really have to do. Because some people, let's put it into context now. Some people's vision is just to carry their family away from the slums.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. Now look at this person that
someone to Japa.
Probably okay, look at Japa now. Let's even bring it low. Let's say this person just wants to okay, very simple. This person's mom is in the hospital, and this person's vision right now is to generate funds. And all this person has, sell all the land, sell everything. This person cannot still generate up to 10% of the total sum. Now, very logical. The vision is now bigger than this person. So it is very possible. So what this person can do is to ask for funds, be very compelling about it, go to radio, in fact beg for money. So now this is like an example where a vision can actually be bigger than your capabilities. But I'm talking about normal things now. Normal things should not be they should be big. They should be mind-blowing. But you have to understand that anything you can think of, you can actually do it if you have the right skill set and the right network to achieve it. So if it is actually bigger than you, but you have dreamt it, you have envisioned it, what you can do is develop and upskill yourself, get the right skill set, get the right network.
That one is very getting the right network.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To ensure that, because if only you cannot do it, you and your network, you and your people will do it, and at the end of the day, it will be done. It will be done. So that's it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome, sir.
I have two more questions.
Okay.
Okay, let's say for example, someone that is just starting out, probably in one local place now or in a village, and you don't know anything, you don't have anything at hand. How do you start from scratch like that? And like like you explained the other time now, you need
Yeah.
some, you need a level of what's it called, exposure. You need some great network to do some certain things. You understand? You need to know some
Yes, sir.
people. You need to have there are some technicalities to achieving things like this. So, let's say, for example, some has nothing, practically
Yes, sir.
nothing, at least starting out. What
Yes,
can
sir.
you say about that? Like, what can the person do?
Okay. So I'd like to first put it this way. First of all, if you have God, you can be rest assured that you have somebody. That's one. That's first of all, because really there are people that have literally nothing. Like they have nowhere to go, nobody to turn to, no brother, no sister, no uncle, no parents. They're just alone. Now let's put this into context here.
Yeah.
I'd like to say this thing for anybody listening now. Don't ask for help until you have exhausted what is within you. Don't ask for help until you have exhausted what is within you. Such that even when somebody tells you no, you know that it would have been way better to do it with you, but even without you, this thing will still get done. I want you to have this mindset that if I don't do it, it won't get done. And it will get done because I did it.
Wow.
I want to first have that mindset. Very, very important. So once you have that mindset, now this is somebody that has nothing. Literally nothing. But let's say by God's grace, you now have a phone, or you have access to a phone. Now look at that thing you've dreamt of so much. As soon as you get access to the internet, because this is like a whirlpool of information, just search it anyhow, how to do this one or how to become this one. You're going to get ideas immediately. You see people have done it. And one other thing you need to do is if it's like a project now and you have no idea on how to do it, what to do and anything, just go to YouTube. I learned this last year. Go to YouTube.
Sure.
Input, like type what you want to learn or what you're talking about, the whole thing. Watch the first 10 videos. Watch them. Sometimes you really don't need to pay for a course if you don't have access to courses and all.
Actually,
and watch the
that's true. Yes.
10 videos. So in the long run, later you pay for a course, you get certified, you do what you need to do, but ensure that first information. Sometimes while watching, you realize that this is not what I want to do. This is not what I want to do. Then you refine the search. You'll get more. You'll have gotten more knowledge now. It's better as a secret. But for somebody who has nothing, I'm going to tell you this: if you have God, you have somebody. Like somebody, really, you have somebody. So you're going to start getting visions that you don't even know you're going to accomplish it. And one way, somehow, somebody is going to come, or something is going to happen. You're going to have access to something, but wisely, like ASAP, immediately. Make use of the opportunity because it will come. Time and chance happens to everybody, but not everybody utilizes them. Make use of the opportunity immediately. That's all I have to say, sir.
That's true. Thank you very much. At least we've seen people that came from not only humble background, but very humble background, and they've grown to become a system in the world now that even most people are worshiping now. So we've seen such before, and it has been happening over and over again. Thank you for that.
Yes,
thank you very much. Okay, the last question I will ask is that all right, I don't know, is there difference between or does vision cut across both the spiritual and the secular world, or there's a difference between having a spiritual vision? Can we split those things in several places, or we can just have just vision? Do you understand what I asked?
I get you, sir.
All right.
So just the same way we have, spiritual songs and secular songs. They have, your spiritual visions and your normal day-to-day secular visions. When we talk about spiritual visions, many times they are still for the secular, for the day-to-day physical life, stuff. But
Okay.
the difference is it's from the spirit. It was not something you imagine. Like, okay, you can also be part of the imaginative process to receive the vision. But when it's a spiritual vision, it is something that was given to you. You didn't ideate it.
Mm.
It's like the same way people they just get business ideas and like they're like, wow, how did I think of this? You didn't think of it, it was given to you. Because if you really could think about it, think of it, you would have thought of it already. But there's some things
Yeah.
that are really bigger than you. Some things that are actually bigger than you, and they are given to you. Like you just dream and you just sleep and you have a dream and you're like, wow. Or you're just maybe meditating and you have a trance, or somebody just walks in and says, do this and this will happen. Stuff like that. Just experiences like that. And you're like, wow. And if you actually do them, what they say is actually going to happen will actually happen. So those are just like the spiritual visions many times are actually for the day-to-day affairs. So many times. So I just feel like, but what has more purpose, what has more glory is doing what God said you should do, because there is nothing more beautiful than just doing what God said you should do. Because I've always said it, the smartest thing you can do is to obey God, because life is really not that hard.
Yes,
Life can be hard though, but it's really, really not that hard. Like honestly, because you can move around like fluid.
Mm.
You can just move around life like fluid, because there's so much. Or this is what I want you to do. Just follow this path. Life can be really easy by the grace of God.
Oh, thank you for that. The smartest thing to do is to follow God. Wow, thank you very much. Okay, do you have any final words you want to say on that?
Well,
On the whole subject.
For us to give any final words, I'll just say that if you don't do it, it won't get done.
Wow.
And it only gets done if you did it, if you put in the effort to get done. That's all I have to say, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean,
I'm grateful to be here too.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for coming. Right.